it. Let's debate. Mass debate with Tej.
Hello and welcome to Mass Debate with Tej. I'm Tej, the quiz queen, and I've got my trusted sidekick, Thomas. Say hi, Thomas.
Hello.
So on this show, we challenge comedians to debate life's hot topics, most pressing things that you were wondering about and you just couldn't decide. Well, we're going to debate it, and whoever comes out on top after 5 rounds will be crowned our top mass debater. Thomas, how you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. I was gonna start the show with a joke about kleptomania, but I realised I'd stolen it. I knew that would be lost on you.
Honestly, most of what you say is lost on me, Thomas.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. It's why it works. So who's on the show today? It's a very good question. Right. First off, we have a wonderful lady. So you know when you meet people online and they're generally creepy stalker weirdos, or they just think they don't want to speak to you and ignore you? Well, I got neither of those when I met this wonderful lady. We got on like a house on fire and we didn't even have to send any nudes. It's my Almas.
Hello.
Hi. Our next person is, I don't even think she needs an introduction. She is well known on the comedy scene. She does multiple things, not just comedy. She makes clothes. She does decking. She's the one you need to call. It is Katie Brown.
Hi.
Hello. And last but not least, our last comedian this evening is the most amazing improv superstar. I might actually have a naughty, what's the word? A naughty advantage. It is Ewan Henderson.
Hello. Hey.
Hello, Ewan. How's it going?
I'm fine. Very well. Ready to debate.
Ready to mass debate. Don't forget. It's in the title. Okay. How you doing, guys? Are you excited to mass debate with me?
Absolutely.
Okay, Thomas, let's get straight to it. Tell us about round 1.
Well, we're a show that like to keep things relevant and keep our topics seasonal. So this next topic will give you a rough idea of when this show's likely to go out, and the topic is Christmas.
Christmas. Who doesn't want to debate about Christmas? We thought we'd ease you in slowly. Everybody's got an opinion on Christmas. So we are going to debate. Isma, you're going to be first up, and you are going to be debating for Christmas. Thomas, are you ready with the timer?
Well, yeah.
How long do I get?
Isma, you've got 1 minute to debate your point, and then I will let you know when it's up.
Okay. Tell me when to start.
Ready?
Isma, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You've got 1 minute. Ready, steady, let's mass debate.
Well, obviously, I am for Christmas. As you can see, my Christmas tree is still up. It's going to be up all year round. Christmas is amazing. Christmas is one of those things that can be celebrated by everyone. I'm Muslim. We get a halal turkey at Christmas. We also do a halal Christmas Santa thing. What are those called? You know, where you spend like a £5. Secret Santa. Yeah, we do one of those. Christmas is so inclusive. It's for everyone. You know, you can even make Christmas pudding without any alcohol. It should be celebrated by everyone. Muslims love Christmas more than Christians. What can I say? You know, we just absolutely love it. And I just think Christmas brings people together, not just white people, but all people. And people that, you know, like mince pies, people that like men with
Ho, 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 ho.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Isma. Very informative, actually. It's making notes. And now, second up to debate against Christmas and tell us why everybody should be Christmas Scrooges, it's Katie. Thomas, are you ready with the timer?
Always.
Katie, you've got 1 minute. Ready, steady, mass debate.
Christmas is shit. Absolute shit. Turkey's dry. It's got no flavour. It's shit. Christmas pudding is vile. That's why they burn it, because that's the only way to make it taste good. You get to spend all of your money, like almost a whole year's wages, on ungrateful little shit kids, and you don't even get the credit for it. So they're there opening up their £400 Nintendo Switch, like, oh, thank you, Santa. Fuck you, Santa. Thank you, Katie, who's just worked overtime to pay for it. Christmas is shite. You get pissed, you don't need to get pissed. There's too much vomit in the streets over Christmas. It's vile. And too many people hug at Christmas as well. They can all fuck off. That's why we've all got COVID. Because they're germy little bastards coming up to you, people you don't even know, hugging, go, oh, Merry Christmas, let's have a kiss under the mistletoe. Fuck off, personal space. Christmas is shit. Is that my minute?
Yeah, it is.
Thank you very much, Katie. You're totally stealing Thomas's highlight there. I mean, the only thing he really does is use that megaphone. He just took it away. He's going to cry now. So that was an interesting debate. I actually really love Christmas. I probably love Christmas more than Diwali. So I feel like I'm on Isma's side for this reason, that we're not even Christian and we are massive Christmas fans. And hers was very informative. I like that she told us about all the different types of foods that you can consume when you're Muslim and experiencing Christmas. So that was brilliant. I don't know about that, Katie. I love getting together and, you know, like mistletoe. You're telling everyone then they can't kiss. What's that about? I mean, I can't remember the last time.
Hashtag me too.
Wow.
Okay, we're turning Christmas abusive. Love it. So, Thomas, what do you think?
Well, I'm pro-Christmas, so Isma wins. It's not my choice, but if I had a choice, I just wrote that Katie summed it up by just saying shit mainly, and she seems to be pretty hung up on Santa taking credit for it. So I can only assume something happened in her childhood to make her so anti-Santa.
No, not my childhood, Thomas. Not my childhood. My adulthood.
Oh,
when
okay.
I have worked and bought the presents and Santa's got the glory.
I get it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really strong point. I would give Katie a point just for that, to say that her hard-earned cash and somebody else takes the credit. So Katie gets a point
The
for
magic
that.
of Christmas.
Sorry?
The magic of Christmas.
The magic, yeah, but now I've got a parent, like now I'm a parent and I've got young children. It's like, yeah, you have to, it's a lot of faff, isn't it? When you're like, oh, you've got to like hide the wrapping paper because my kid will recognize that wasn't Santa's wrapping paper. It was the one from the cupboard upstairs. So that's a bit annoying. So I can see where Katie's coming from. But I mean, this year, the only chance I got to see my family properly was Christmas.
Do you know what? I was so happy about the Boxing Day lockdown because originally when Boris had said, yeah, it's fine, you can celebrate Christmas with some family, I actually thought I was going to have to. And then he went, no, we're not now. We're not doing that. That's all cancelled because you kept licking each other. And that is the best Christmas present I've ever had. It was amazing. I got to spend Boxing Day in my pants.
I've got the credit for it.
Another reason you have to spend time with people, which, oh yeah, look, I feel like Katie's really arguing this now. Fine, Katie wins. Damn it. Even though I'm pro-Christmas, Katie really fought for it there. Well done, Katie. I really like that. Although Isma does get a point for being so informative about
Can I just say something?
Christmas. Go on.
She has got a Christmas tree up.
Yeah.
Okay. I would just like to apologise to Santa. I love you, really.
Oh, well, I think you're just getting sticks and coal, mate. To be honest, there's no bringing back from that. I'm telling you. So that was the end of round one. Thomas, tell us about round two.
Round two. I recently met a wonderful person online, and I think I'm in love. I'm just waiting for them to reply to the last message I sent about 8 weeks ago that they've read. So the topic is ghosting.
Ghosting. Yes, thank you very much, Thomas. That's really sad to hear that.
No, they're going to reply. They're going to reply. Don't worry. We're
Okay.
in love.
What kind of time frame are we giving?
Well,
forever.
I should live till I'm about 72.
Okay, so we're holding out hope. Okay, I like that. I like that. Nothing but hopeful.
Who's debating?
Thank you. That's where we were getting with this. Right. So ghosting. Ewan, you look like you've had to turn down a fair many a lady. You are going to tell us why you are all for ghosting and how you had to fight them off. Thomas, are you ready with the timer?
Always.
Yes.
Yes.
Ewan, you've got 1 minute. Ready,
Yeah,
steady? Let's
oh.
masturbate.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just easier, isn't it? You don't have to come up with an excuse. You just don't reply. You know, but I think the more humane ghosting is the gradual phasing out and then ghost. The sudden ghost is that's quite cruel. That's quite harsh. Because they really are left thinking, what the hell? But if you phase them out and then suddenly ghost, suddenly-ish, after phasing, it's not really suddenly, but then, it's nicer. And you still feel like a good person. And you've not been rude, and you've not had to tell them about any of their flaws or like why you don't like them. You know, it's nice, really. It's actually more humane. Because do you really want to give someone a complex? Because I don't. You know, let them imagine it. Leave it to their imagination, so that it's stuff they already think about themselves. But if I tell them, sorry, there's a new problem you're giving someone. Do you see what I mean? I must sound horrible at this. We're forced to...
I feel like that was a really good time for that buzzer to go off. Otherwise, Ewan's going to have a little breakdown about how mean he was being.
I don't do it. We're forced to say these things. Well, no, not the word. Anyway, forget it. Right.
I don't think any of us believe that you've ever ghosted anybody, to be fair.
I like that. Right. Let us get on with the second person and then we'll discuss. Right. Isma, please tell us why we should not be ghosting. I've nearly forgot my own topic there. Why we should not ghost and the repercussions of it. Are you ready, Thomas, with the timer?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you every single time, so please.
Go.
Isma, ready, steady, let's masturbate.
Okay, ghosting is a terrible thing to do. Ghosting is passive aggressive. It is done by people that cannot cope with confrontation at all. They haven't got the balls to say what actually needs to be said. And the biggest repercussion of ghosting is that you take away the opportunity for a good screaming match. You take away that opportunity for that good fucking row. And ghosting just leaves one person feeling very smug and satisfied that yes, they're not contacting or returning any texts or phone calls, and it just leaves the other person fucking fuming. And mark my words, they will track you down, and they will get their time to say what they need to say eventually. So you might think you're ghosting, but mark my words, that slanging match is coming your way. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but that person will never forget, be it a week, a month, or a year, 10 years, 20 years.
10 years.
Thank you very much, Thomas, and thank you very much, Isma. Wow. Isma got right into it there. She was basically just describing really scorned women, I feel. Like, just really angry women and what they will do to you if you do not give them closure. On the other hand, I feel like Ewan kind of helped Isma because the beginning of his debate was pretty much the same as Isma's, but then he brought it back. And told us why do we need to give people closure. Thomas, what do you think?
Yeah, Isma, did you say 10 years?
Yes.
I'm a bit worried now. I didn't
Possibly
realise.
longer.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I liked that Isma just went straight in and said that a fight is better than ghosting. A verbal fight, obviously not a physical one. Swagging it out is definitely the way. And I liked how Ewan sounded like the voice of experience of letting people down gently. I feel like he's been there many times with his kind of feel-good ghosting.
Do you know what? I went about 20 years ago. I was chatting to somebody online, and he was really getting on my nerves, and I couldn't get rid of him. It was before like blocking was a thing, so I pretended to be my sister. I don't have a sister. I pretended to be my sister, and I told him that I died.
No, you didn't. That is amazing. And how did he take that? How did he take that? How did he reply?
I didn't ask for a response. I was like, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but she's died, and logged out and deleted that account quite quickly. I'm pretty sure that's got to be the original ghosting.
I think that's brilliant. I feel like you wanted to give him some closure, but you gave him the worst possible closure ever.
If I ever get famous, like it's gonna fuck him up.
If he sees this.
Back from the dead. I love it. I love it. Do you know what? You're like a gentle giant. You were like, we should ghost, but very nicely. Just do it really nicely. So I'm afraid, just because she was raw and she described women amazingly, Isma gets the point. Right, at the end of round 2, how does it stand, Thomas? Or should we just go straight into round 3?
We're just going to go straight into round 3 and leave it for a surprise.
Tell us all about it.
Round 3, yes, good shout. They say a stitch in time saves 9. So if you do 9 stitches, do you save 81? And that is a question when it comes to making your own clothes. So this round's a bit different because we're going to give you 3 special words, and if you can get all of them into your debate in a coherent sentence and using them in their correct terminology, you'll get lots of bonus points. So there's lots of opportunity here for the debaters. Tej, who's debating?
Thank you very much, Thomas. Yes, this is the round where you can bring it back by getting all the words into your debate. So I am obviously going to choose Katie to go because Katie, our lovely Katie, loves to make her own clothes. But she is going to be debating against making your own clothes. Ready with the timer?
What's the words?
I'll let them know the words
I
first.
do this every time, okay? Why do we need words? Thomas,
So,
tell us what the words are.
The words are jam, bus, and quim.
Quim? Oh, lovely.
I knew you'd know what it was.
And you can't use twat or fanny or anything else, just quim, okay?
Oh, I can slip a quim in, it's fine. Don't worry about that.
Thomas, you ready with the timer?
Always. Yes.
Katie, you've got 1 minute. Ready, steady? Let's masturbate.
Yeah. Don't make your own clothes, even if you're in a bit of a jam, because A, fabric is ridiculously expensive. You just can't afford it. B, you go on the bus and it will just get absolutely destroyed with tramp smell, and then all of your effort will have been for nothing. And C, it is really, really hard to tailor it around certain areas, such as your quim or your breast or lots of places. It's a lot of work for very little reward, and you will never, ever, ever fully enjoy the things that you make because basically it's always going to look shit. Nothing will ever look as good but made by you that could be made by an 8-year-old in a factory in China.
You've still got 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah. So don't do it because it's expensive and rewardless.
Time.
Thanks.
Oh, Katie, I'm not sure how convinced I was there, but very good effort. And next up, we have Who should choose? Oh, I'm going to go for Ewan. Ewan's smiling. He looks like he's got something to say. Ewan, you're going to tell us why we should all be making our own clothes. Thomas, you ready for the timer? It's going to irritate you.
I
It's the same
am.
word.
It's the
Ewan,
same 3 words.
Oh.
Ewan, you've got 1 minute to tell us why we should all get a sewing machine and make our own clothes. Ready, steady? Let's masturbate.
Yes, of course you should make your own clothes. It's your chance to be original. When you're in the supermarket and you're buying jam and someone comes up to you, you want to impress. You want to be in original clothes and they want to go, wow, never seen someone quite like this before. Same thing, you know, if you're waiting for a bus and a dog comes along, he's not going to pee on you because he's going to see your clothes and think, wow, this guy's stylish. I'll pee on the guy next to me who's just wearing a bland suit, you know? And well, yeah, I mean, at the zoo, you know, you could wear particular garments for particular occasions. You could have your zoo clothes, like kind of like camouflage. They'll look like animals, you know, and you could like draw a little quim on it as well, just so like if any animals are mating, then you can really kind of attract them. You know, can you do that in a bot suit? I don't think so. You know. And do you want to wear T-shirts? Boring stuff everyone wears. I think not. I want to wear extravagant garments with holes in the nipples and you know, so you're really unique.
Time.
That was brilliant. Thank you very much for that. I wasn't sure if Thomas wanted you to just carry on because I wanted to see where you were going there. That was brilliant.
I've got a confession to make. I didn't press start on the timer. I'm not entirely sure how long you and
Thomas, I'm taking off 10 points just from you.
Okay.
Christ. I need a new timekeeper. Anybody? So, Katie, I felt like pain for you, but it almost felt like it was you could just roll off any insecurities you have with your wonderful business. Ewan, I don't even know what to say. I wasn't sure what realms of like animal mating you were going to go into, but surely that's the best reason to make your own clothes and dress up as animals so you can undercover mate with other animals and not get caught. It's blown my mind. Thomas, what do you think?
Well, for Katie, I just wrote nothing because I think she brought nothing to that debate and she stopped with 15 seconds to spare. If I was being harsh, and I am, so nothing. And I liked you in because anyone that's going to wear clothes that he's drawn a quim on should win.
Absolutely. I can't even argue with that, Thomas. I'm going to have to actually agree with you, even though you've been a shit timekeeper. Ewan, you are this round's winner. Well done. Right. Now, round 4. Where am I? Who am I? What am I doing? Passive light in my face. Right, round 4. Thomas, tell us about it.
Well, I thought before round 4 we should catch up with the nation's favourite old couple, Francis and Sunita, if you would like to, Tej.
You know what? I've missed good old Fran and good old Sunita. Tell us rather than tell us. Show us. Go on, just show me.
Hello? Hello, Francis?
Hello, Sunita. Can you hear me?
Oh, Francis, hello, how are you? You've lost weight.
No, Sunita, I'm eating well. Don't worry, Sunita. I found the corner, Sunita. I'm eating well.
Why didn't you come with me here? I can feed you here.
You know, it's far too hot for me in India, Sunita. You know, I burn in the shade.
And look at your beard. You look like homeless man.
The beard, Sunita. The beard is keeping me warm, saves on the bill. Anyway, I thought it gave me a bit of a dashing good look, like she'd core.
No, you don't. Your idiot beard looks stupid. Oh, and Shahid Kapoor has a nice beard. Anyway, you come here, okay?
Sunita, where's your Kama Sutra? Sunita? You know your Kama Sutra that you keep around your neck? Where is it?
Oh, you notice it? Yes, this is my Mangal Sutra. Yes. So you do miss me. So why don't you come here? I'll send you a ticket now, okay?
You keep it safe, Sunita. That wedding necklace cost me a lot of money, Sunita. Keep it safe. Anyway, it's far too hot in India for me. I told you that. I like it here in England, Sunita.
You can stay inside. Anyway, I finished my cheese. So you pack suitcase, you come and you bring the Cathedral City cheese, the Anchor butter, the Ribena one bottle, or the Warburton bread, and oh, Auntie Sangita's house here is so dirty. Ugh, I think you bring the shark cordless hoover, okay? Okay, bye.
I don't think we've got a suit. Sunita. Sunita. Ah, she's gone.
And there you go, hearing from our favourite interracial old couple, Sunita and Francis. So, straight into round 4 off the back of that. It's not meant to go with anything. It's totally random. Anyway, Thomas, tell us about round 4.
That seemed a lot longer than I remember it being. Go on, tell us what you think. Tell us what you really think. You were going to anyway. It is speaking your mind.
Yes, speaking your mind. So round 4, I usually pick a bit of a topic that strikes a bit of a chord, basically, and it kind of goes off the back of Sunita and Fran. This topic is speaking your mind. So we are going to debate for and against speaking your mind. And I tell you what, I'll tell you afterwards so I don't influence your debate. Speaking your mind, the pros and cons, and you can involve growing up, the way you've been brought up, all that sort of thing. Speaking your mind. So Isma, you are going to tell us why we should speak our minds. And damn society, just hell to them. Thomas, you ready with the timer?
Yes, I am this time.
I can't believe I asked you the time and you've not
Yes.
ready. Isma, you've got 1 minute to tell us why we should all speak our mind. Ready, steady, let's mass debate.
This is going well.
Okay, we should all speak our
Can you hear
minds.
me?
It is liberating. It is freeing. I'm Asian. We always speak our minds. Whenever I go back to Pakistan, I get reminded of how liberating it is. People just say to me, Isma, you're fat. You know, it's liberating. It's liberating. Don't hold back. We should be free enough to be able to go up to anybody that we see and just speak our minds. So, you know, if somebody's behaving like a dickhead in the supermarket, we should be able to go up to them and say, hey, you're behaving like a dickhead, and just walk off. You know, we should be able to speak our minds. If we don't, it makes you ill. It increases your stress levels. There's been a recent study that's been done by Imperial College that has said that not speaking your mind leads to pain and makes you really, really ill. And yes, speaking your mind is perfect. It's brilliant. Everyone should do it. I might have got that statistic wrong about the Imperial College research, but other than that, everything else I said was absolutely accurate, factual, and speaking your mind is good.
Thank you, Issa. Was it actually 1 minute, Thomas?
That was, I assume that was over 1 minute because you started before I came back in. So
It's fine. It all made sense. It was perfect. Thank you, Isma. And to tell us why we should not be speaking our minds and live in a more utopic society, it will be Katie. Katie, are you ready? Wait. Thomas, are you ready with the timer?
I'm ready, and hopefully I'll stay here and won't disappear.
Katie, you've got 1 minute. Tell us. That's not what my line is it? Ready, steady, let's masturbate.
you should never, ever speak your mind. If I were to speak my mind right now and tell you how much I'm fantasizing about Thomas's top just undoing slightly and hairy chest coming out, it would scar you all quite deeply. I think you will all agree with me that that's probably best kept in my mind where it belongs. And that should be the same for all of you. Apart from anything else, if you speak your mind and you do tell somebody something like, when I had a date once and he got up halfway through dinner and said that I was too fat and walked off, leaving me eating mine and his dinner. It's probably not the most pleasant of experiences, and I think that's something that probably could have been kept to himself. And you know, and I did get 2 dinners out of it though, so it wasn't all bad. And it's not nice. I like to,
Thank you very much, Katie. I just feel bad for your experience. Oh my goodness, that makes me. You get a point just for that.
Thanks. Do you know what he went for as well? What he actually left me for? Not only did he leave me middle of eating because I was too fat, he also, his mate had texted him from Pokemon Go. There was a Snorlax around the corner that he had to go and get.
Brilliant.
I got called fat and dumped for Pokemon.
You couldn't even make it up. Oh my god, Isma,
Yes.
I love that. I love that you kind of turned it on its head to what I would have said, and said it's great that you speak your mind, so your relatives can just cuss you, and they are doing the right thing. That was brilliant. Thomas, what do you think?
Well, I missed most of Ismas, so I'm just going to have to assume it's brilliant. And I do enjoy made-up facts, so I think that deserves points. And it sounded so convincing because it had the backing of the college. So I mean,
Imperial College,
you
absolutely.
do believe it, don't you? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyone that started with that. And Katie, you know, she got 2 dinners out of it. Stop moaning.
This is very true. So the reason that this strikes a chord with me is because as a South Asian woman growing up, we are told, look, don't really speak your mind. Like, do you know what I mean? If you did try and speak your mind, then what will society say? Do you know what I mean? And it's really flattening for it doesn't allow your personality to come out. And then I am having this major dilemma with comedy as well. So when I want to be myself, I have this kind of double mind of what will people say, what will people do. So it was a debate to kind of.
Is that why you apologised to me before you told me that the shirt I made Richard made him look like a 1980s paedophile game show host?
Exactly. I couldn't even put that out there on the public domain because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
But you did it in private message, so that was fine.
Because I know you can take a joke. The shirt you were making looked like a pedo shirt, but it was a beautiful shirt. It was just concerning. Depending on who put it on, like don't put it on your dad because that would be worrying.
Not when he's off to them swingers parties, no.
Oh yes, I forgot about that, Katie. Welcome, Katie. Her parents are swingers. Brilliant.
But they're secret swingers. No one's meant to know.
Yeah,
You kept that secret well. I bet they're proud of you.
They won't watch this. It's fine.
Isma, and let me just ask you. You know, coming from a South Asian background, did you find it difficult to speak your mind initially?
In England?
Yes.
No, not really. I think my upbringing is probably very different to yours. I grew up on a very, very rough white council estate, and if you could not hold your own and speak your mind, you were a goner. So yes, I learned very, very early on to be a little gobshite, and that's just how I've carried on throughout life.
I'm not worried about what people are going to say.
No, I don't. I think you can't live like that. You have to be able to say, within reason, obviously, but I kind of think
feelings.
I Enjoy your words. They're yours. They come from you. Say them.
Oh, I like that little roundup of the round. Brilliant. Okay. Did I say who won that round?
No.
No.
I think Isma should get an extra point though for learning to grow up to be a gobshite straight away and being at peace with it.
Hang on, I learned it took me 30 years to be a gobshite.
Yeah, well, Isma's far better than you at it.
You can grow up on a rock.
You learn as a child.
That's what the key is to being able to speak your mind. Just grow up in a really rough area.
I grew up in a village where I was the only ginger, and even the teachers used to do ginger slapping Wednesday.
Oh my goodness. It's almost as bad as being brown. I love it.
In some places.
Yeah, I thought there was more to that then. In some places, and then you just stop.
No. That was it.
I thought you were saying you were brown in some places, Katie.
Well, it depends how well I've washed.
Ginger and brown. Love it. Brilliant combo. So I think I'm biased, but it's my show, so Isma wins because I am all for speaking your mind now. I just need to figure out how the hell to do it. So Thomas,
It's fine. I'll take that loss because I agree.
Because you lost.
At the end of round 4, we can now. I keep saying at the end of round 4, I want to tell you the scores, but we're not. So we'll just move on to round 5, shall we, Thomas?
Yeah, we could go to round 5, or we could have a little musical interlude. But I think we should leave it up to everyone to choose.
I want the music.
Yay, music!
Music.
Yeah, let's go for it. Are you ready? I just point out that I'm going through a bit of a difficult time in my life at the moment, so please forgive me. Enjoy.
I'm hypnotized by your eyes. I can't believe the beauty that's in front of me. I'm flying high with ecstasy. I check my flies, I'm not flying low, but my heart is high. I'm flying high in the sky, it's true. I'm in love with you. Your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, they are beautiful, it's true. Your hairline is dubious, but I'll pull through. I realize that you're the one that I have loved since I was young. I don't need nobody else but you. It's true to you and it's true to me. It's my reflection in front of me that I'm in love with. I don't need nobody else but me. I slowly move in and take a kiss from you because I love you more than anything. It's true.
Chilling.
It's semi-autobiographical.
Thank you very much. That was what was the name of that individual?
His name is Krusty Wicks.
Krusty Wicks. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Thank you very much, Krusty Wicks. So have I got this right? Is it round 5 now?
It is round 5, yes. So, as we know, Ted has a lot of strong opinions. That's why I've been on a diet since the first day we met. So, the next topic is a chance for the person in last place to make lots of points by debating with the Queen herself, Tej, about something she feels very strongly about. And this week's topic is American quirks. So, Tej, as always, you're going to debate first for as long as you want because it's your show. And then whoever's taking you on will have a minute to argue back with you. And this is going to be fun. So, do you want to know who's in last place? Or...
Yes. Who am I going to be debating against?
Well, you're going to be debating against Isma, so I'm going to enjoy this. especially as she grew up on the streets and she said she enjoys a good argument.
Oh God, I'm scared.
We might have a new host next week. Sorry.
Could I take away any more points from you, Thomas? You mentioned my side. Jesus.
Okay, sorry, we won't.
Are
Are you ready, Ted?
I am ready.
Ready, steady, masturbate.
Right. So, by American quirks, I am talking about two in particular, which we are going to focus on. Right. One of them is the accent on reality TV. Like when they elongate what they're talking about, and why do they always make everything so like, oh my God, dramatic? And then my makeup fell off my face, and then my boyfriend died. Oh my God, I could not cope. You know which ones I'm talking about, and it also extends to American news channels, like because. Like England, I imagine America's accents are very different. They are different all over, right? You get the southern accent, all the accents. But I'm talking about the really annoying one that they put on reality TV shows of maybe just because they're just really privileged and just talk really annoyingly. I feel like Isma would agree here. So I am not a fan. She has to debate against this. Brilliant. So I'm not a fan of that quirk. And the other quirk that Isma is going to be debating me on that I'm not a fan of is, right, let me explain before I explain. So when you basically, how is it that in America you can have somebody in your basement for like years and years and years, or even bury someone in the garden and nobody knows? Like, how does that happen? I just go and throw my rubbish out and I've got Beryl next door twitching her curtains. There's no way I could bury somebody in my garden. Like, I don't get it. You know, you hear the stories in the news where you got some weirdos, right, that are like, oh, they were held hostage and nobody saw, and there's like a full row of houses in that street next to opposite, and then it comes out that like nobody said anything, that somebody was keeping somebody in their basement. Like, it blows my mind, and it's really scary, I think. Do you not think? Whereas, like I said, here, you just go and put something in your wheelie bin and you've got somebody going, oh, she's been out to the wheelie bin again. Or like you hang your clothes out and they're like, oh, look at her lingerie. I don't know. No one's ever said that to me. But I imagine it's just the stereotype. So what I feel really strongly about is the American weirdos and the American accent. I mean, if they did a reality show with the weirdos, with the accent, I might just shoot myself.
Did you not watch Tiger King?
Please don't interrupt.
That's so true. She's just giving me ammunition. Okay, so that is the end of my debate about why they should just be banned from the world. Banned. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was good. Isma, are you ready? Do you know what you're debating against?
I'm ready. The gobshite is ready.
I'm looking forward to this. So you've got 1 minute. Ready, steady, masturbate.
Okay, so the American quirks. Basically, England, it is called English, and England has tried to colonialize the fucking world. And what England cannot accept is that other countries have their own quirks and their own interpretation of English. Because it's called English does not mean that we fucking own it, okay? If you look at Britain itself, you can say bus in Yorkshire. If you're from the south, you might say bus. You know, you can say bus in a booth in a Scottish accent. There are variations in Great Britain. So therefore, there are going to be variations. And it's just narrow-minded people who can't accept that say, oh no, this is how we pronounce it. Well, no, actually, it's not. Different countries and different regions even within Britain pronounce things differently. So there we go for quirks. And in relation to the weirdos, let me say something. Okay, In America, everything is supersized. The ice cream portions are bigger, the pizzas are bigger, everything is bigger, okay? Therefore, the houses are bigger, okay? You might have a row of houses on a street, but they're half a fucking mile apart because the houses are so fucking huge. That's why they have giant basements where people can live in for years and years and years, and all they have to do is just throw one pizza down there, maybe once every 6 months, and that lasts the person living in the basement because everything is so big.
Time.
Thank you very much. The end.
I feel like Isma had more time to prepare that than I did. That was brilliant. So I'm not sure if Thomas mentioned, but the pointing system for this round is from 1 point to 5 points, depending on how convinced I was, because that's what I want. I want you to convince me that I'm wrong, right? And I think, with regards to the first point, you've actually got a point. Like, basically, I need to either just accept that people talk differently or just stop watching and close my ears. So that kind of convinced me to be a better person, if anything else, and more accepting. But I don't know if I want to be, because the last round was about free speech and speaking your mind and how you should definitely just say when we're pissed off with something. So I'm kind of on the fence about that one. And with regards to the weirdos, I'm pretty sure, yeah, everything is supersized, and they are like really on massive like pieces of land, aren't they? I quite like this debate. What do you guys think? Do you think we should be accepting, Katie, Ewan, of the weirdos that abduct people in basements?
Oh, those. Yeah, they're fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what were you disagreeing with?
Just Americans in general. Just the whole YouTube thing. When you've got like kids. The first time I met my ex-boyfriend's sister, she spoke with an American accent because she'd watched so much TV. And I mean, that is bad upbringing, I'll admit, but it's also like, it's just inflicting this. My kids, the way they speak from YouTube is just, we have to correct them all the time because it's not a puma, it's a puma. And various other things, and we're constantly teaching them how to speak correctly, and putting all the letters in the words, not just the ones we choose.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Ewan, do you have any strong feelings about this debate?
What, on the potato situation?
Yeah, that's definitely always potato. That's not even a situation.
Do you not eat the potato? I'm going to have Jack potato for my tea tonight.
And how they manage to just hide people or kill people, and then nobody finds out for ever.
Well, I mean, does that happen a lot? What are you watching where that's happening all the time? Because
I feel like it's
the only case I'm familiar with is Joseph Fritzl, and that wasn't anywhere near America.
That was Austria, wasn't it? That was an Austrian one. No, that was
you get these ones. They take in people and they live there for years and they have kids and they keep them, don't they?
Do you know what? I'd say we have our own, weirdos. It's just that America is so much bigger that it feels like they have far more. But I suspect if Imperial College were to do a study, they would find that we actually have a proportionate amount of weirdos living right here in Great Britain.
Do you know some other colleges, Isma?
I'm
just wondering, have you recently got a job with them or something? You get paid every time you mention them.
I like how she knows all her stats. Like a way to make someone feel stupid. Just talk about statistics from a college of your choice. I like her.
Or destroy them on their own debate show. It's another way to make someone look stupid.
That's what you try to say. What are you trying to say?
Well, I
for-
wrote here that
Sorry.
she handed your ass to you. I just wrote that this man did your ass to you.
Okay. Well, Thomas, we
I'm
definitely
honest.
you for next week. But then, do you know what? This last debate, well, all of them, they are debates, right? And showing different sides of it. And I am willing to be convinced. So I think I am. I'll come round to it. I'll feel less annoyed. I think I'll try my best to feel less annoyed when I see these things.
Maybe just change what you're watching.
Or
Yeah,
just
stop watching My Life in the Basement, the reality TV program, because it's not working out for you.
No, it's just giving me a really skewed view of America. Clearly, okay, fine. So this debate was just on me. So Isma gets 4 points. That one. I'm going to keep 1 just for my personal
Self-esteem.
ego. Yeah. Okay. So Thomas, tell us, how are we doing?
Well, you want to know the final scores?
Yes. Tell us who was our top masturbator and what do they
What?
win?
Unbelievably, this has been a close one, and we've actually got a tie. There's 2 people that have won, and it's probably because Isma came out right at the end and absolutely hammered it. So it's Katie and Isma that have won.
Amazing.
And do you want to know what you've won?
Yes, please.
That you're going to have to share because there's only one of them.
Okay.
It's not the 2. I'll send you one each. Don't worry. You win a Masturbate Champions badge. Quality product.
Oh,
That
I've
was
never
worth
had
it,
one of
wasn't it?
those before.
And this is the 2nd episode, so they're going for quite a lot of money on eBay. So it's worth knowing. So all we need is your address, and we will send them out to you. Congratulations.
Thank
Well,
you.
guys.
That makes my loss all the more painful. That I'm the only one that doesn't get anything. But
He's the only one that doesn't get anything, and he's also probably the nicest one out of all of us.
Yeah.
It's just so life is so unfair.
It is unfair that you made him be pro ghosting when he clearly still says thank you to everybody he meets for no reason.
While wearing trousers with a quim drawn on it.
in leopard print, absolutely.
Ewan, I just have to ask, you're not in a relationship with somebody that you've been trying to ghost, are you? You just haven't managed to do it, kind of
Just
10
kept
years.
doing it, and then you go, I'm really sorry, I know it's been a week, but I can't leave you hanging.
But I'm letting you down gently. I feel like Isma could set up a service where she breaks up people for you. Like,
Oh, yeah, I could provide that service. Oh, absolutely. What a great idea.
see you and this is who you need to call when you're really fighting off all the women. This is the one. So guys, how do you feel about being my top masturbator?
Awesome.
I'm thrilled.
Sense of relief and euphoria.
I'm sure you're going to wear that badge with pride, right?
I'm going to stitch it into my next outfit in the Quim area.
Comedians, if our viewers wanted to see more from you, where would they go? To you, Isma.
Instagram, and and just I usually post on there when I have gigs and stuff.
Perfect. And Katie, any social media handles?
Yeah, Katie does comedy. That'll find me pretty much anywhere. Got YouTube and I've got a website if I ever update it, and Facebook and all the usual bobbins.
Perfect. And Ewan, if we want to see more from you and your improv, where would we go to see it?
you can check out my YouTube channel, Ewan Henderson Actor. But there's a lot of funny stuff on there. So check it out. You are.
Brilliant.
Mainly in the zoo.
There's a lot of animal stuff on there, actually. I love scenes with animals.
Have you got a lot of t-shirts with no nipples in as well? Because you went there quite quickly.
You have to check
Sounds
it
like
out.
a censored adult.
I think everyone
adult.
should go and check out Ewan's channel just for the nipples.
I think so too. I think you'll be mildly surprised. So that concludes our show. If you enjoyed what you have seen today and you want us to keep creating content, you want to see more of Sun and Fran and Crusty Crisps, I don't know what his name is, please go to ko-fi.com/mass donate. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.